this Sokomba thing. So to commemorate his contribution, his statue was erected there. His statue was erected there, and that square is called Obavorame Square at the beginning of Sokomba. So that's a new information also. That square that the General Asoro was erected is called the Oba Ovorame Square. So Omar Okpaeti Ledena Sokomba, that it's only the Oba that is permitted. Be you God, be you devil, be you white, be you black. It's only the Oba that's permitted to enter that street or that area. So now we've done heroines, we've done Queen Idia, we've done Emota. Emota was not a queen. She was her real name was called Waraye, and she's a trader. It's an English word. It's not like to demean what she did or to make it sound like demeaning. No, she was a trader, and she's said to have even built the first Owebe, or let's call it Kretch, as we may know today. Kretch, as we may know today. So that was our contribution. Then we have Queen Eden. Queen Eden is likened to be a queen of love, if you may call it, sacrificial love. The love you have for your husband that will make you go to an extent of being, you understand, she was a sacrificial lamb for Benin. So if you're an Edo person and you should see the statue of Queen Ide, or you should remember the role she played in restoring the kingdom, you will know that she holds a very dear place to your, she should hold a very dear place to your heart. So that was for Queen Eden. Now we're talking about the warlords. We've just talked about Asoro as one. So we have another warlord. We have Chief Obasoge. This is another outstanding Benin warriors. You know, at a point, all our chiefs were warriors. Even our Obas. When you say warrior king, the 5 warrior kings we have, Oba Ewa Enogidigan 1, Oba Zolwani Baromi, Oba Esigi, Oba Orogboa, Oba Eyengbuda. These were the 5 warrior kings we had. So world was like water as at that point. So these were the 5 warrior kings we had. Thank you very much, everyone. So now let's go to Chief Obasoge.
Please, sir, who is this F? Okay, if you don't come out, I see one F for you. I've been a man.
Yeah, we see and but don't come out. Don't come out. If they connect.
Nah, Okay.
So somebody just
please, power tap, share to 10 people on your contact, please.
How do I do the moderator thing now?
Please go to that last 3 dots there.
Yes, I've seen it.
Then you go to set, you see moderators, just on everything, turn it to green, then look for happiness. Happiness is just 1 P. If not joy, you want put just joy, do you see and there. Anybody where you want put, you see, I'm sorry, you get, or if you put Quincy, Quincy is here. Quincy not the climb up. Only that happiness, and I know most of those people, and I know who be Yariba and who be Gothic. A big man, domo, sir.
Yeah, it was here and he has even asked the questions.
He be like, I be your moderator.
Yeah, I just did it now.
Okay, let Binu they come. Let Binu.
La chief even come.
A big man, domo, sir. Let's say kakavo. Thank you, sir.
My brother, I greet the asshole.
We greet you, Wala.
Sister Joy. Sister Easy, Palato say, Wayadomo.
For sure.
Mavi Dwaka son life in Asin.
Okay, we might come in, man.
My brother, when you honor Megano.
Yes, now you're right.
You talk outside.
My husband I see before I go collect my children from school.
So that means Okpen carry life.
Okpen, it was like before 4:30 now because we're close.
I have to do 30 minutes first, and that 30 minutes you cannot invite anybody.
Yes.
Okay.
So I have to do that one first. Now only she and Epakera.
My sister, I become life for easy for you for now with a great bow.
I'm a great Benin Makawe and I'm going to focus in your do cause. Or Mama go with WhatsApp people though. Come on, mommy.
Meweha.
Where I go later with
I
WhatsApp.
worry, Dobore there, worry my sister. You, I worry.
Ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n wait. Joy, you should see Ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n comment.
I saw it.
Ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n, you dey find job for not be small. Guys, for our tab, share to 5 persons in your contact, please.
Good evening, sir.
Oh, good evening, ma.
Na mi o ile ibinu.
Na you dey vex o, na you dey vex o.
Na me be ile ibinu and na me no vex.
Anytime I dey listen to Benin history, the thing dey sweet. I no lie for you. You know, me history just dey straightforward. What you hear from A is what you are going to hear from B. It doesn't change. You don't need to go and be cooking. You know, when you overcook self, the food no go sweet. So this one is straightforward stuff. No wahala. Call anybody, they will talk about their kings, their previous king. No be for here. It is not here. I experienced something today. Someone was to take Lagos and its environ. Do you believe that people went to meet that person that need to take care? And they told him, this is history, you must go and see. And the guy said, he can't do because that is forceful. The guy told them that he can't. They said they don't. Some of these people said you should not mention Benin. And I asked that why didn't they come for me? And the guy told me, say, me, I be I be hook for their throat too. And you can see how the length we need to go. So like they want people to relay wrong history. Okay, as a lecturer, if you tell your students something that is wrong, a day is coming, if that student find out that thing is wrong, will he appreciate that person? He will appreciate the lecturer.
No.
He will see the lecturer as this one that gave us wrong information. That's why we need to be very, very careful about history. History is so sweet. Now, why are they always listening to Benin history? Adigbadua. You know they waga, you know they change. They will not tell you today the Tatuan Ogiso, this one now changed, this one was 2 in the nearest future, it became 6. No, it is always in the same manner. So I really why people go jealous in our history will not be small. And I never see jealousy, it still they come well. That jealousy will still come very much because it's not easy to have this kind of history that is, seamless, straightforward, and factual. It is not, I will say something now. They will tell you, go this place and see it's there. Now, wait here happen. So, don't be surprised that people will come from you. More and more, it is normal. It is someone that has gold that people will come for. If you have, what is it called? Granite in your hand, people will not come for people who has granite. They will go for the people that has gold. That is just the truth. Benin history is good. It is golden. So just keep it up. Let's keep it up and don't let us distort it. Very, very sweet. You do people.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I listen to, I've been trying to, but I listen is something like I've learned about before. And the more you listen more, the more it sticks to the brain. Thank you for bringing up this thing. Yes, I love it. Madam Joy, I do agree to you. Madam Izzy. Yeah, that document.
My hands dey up o. Oga Ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Yemi.
Mama, hallelujah. Ilẹ̀ ìbínú mama.
Ajoko, sir.
Yeah.
Which one be Ajoko?
Ajoko.
You and this always this Ejoko.
If I just say Ejide, my children go yarn run come, they go yarn stand for my front. If I say Joko, they go yarn sit down.
All BJ is
You don't teach them.
Agree to Epalato said. Agreed. DJ Stero. DJ Stero don't they come up? DJ, Abi, you won't play for us? You won't play for us?
No, after the senior road, before I go play my music.
Yeah, so.
Okay, Don, where you do that time? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I did that. You're good evening.
La give my wife.
No.
I did that. You're good evening. Can you unmute?
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very well. Good evening.
Yeah, you sent a request.
How are they now?
Yeah, we do. We are fine.
Yeah, now one of my friend talks may I come up.
One of what?
Yeah, now one of my Benin friend talks make I come up. Yeah, blessing I did talk about one interesting topic like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. And you can actually just be on
So
the
that's why I'm here.
unless when you have a question, then you can
Where dog lizard okede. So we are the comment section.
So invasion was here now. Invasion was here now. From
Okay.
Oyo.
From Oyo. Okay.
Ojogbon, it's your brother from Oyo. Ojogbon, are you there? Okay, let's continue.
All right. When it comes to just and even when he says something about our stories, the fact that Queen Idia and Botany, then it's just the basics I'm even talking about. I've not entered into their story proper, because when you talk about Idia and the wars, she led her army. She didn't have she wasn't like a sub under any general. She was a general on her own. She had her own army, and we're going to go there when we talk about the military system of Benin and how we had the different system up until the present day one. So I was going to, I'm talking about Chief Obasugie, which was another astounding Benin warrior. They also defended the Benin kingdom. So these many, even there we have Oba Karaye, Olobrosere, and many others. Then Chief Obasugie was not just a warrior, he was also a blacksmith and sculptor. So most of the works you see around the city of Benin were also done by this Obasugie. And the architectural design of Chief Obasugie's house, I think this Obasugie's house is along Agbo Road, by Agbo Park, just Agbo Park there. When if you're coming from Ring Road, it will be to your left. It means when you stop at Agbo Park, you have to cross over to the other side. That's the Chief Obasugie's house. The another one is the statue is the General Ebohimi. General Ebohimi is another gallant warrior. He fought till death. So you need to know when cowards go to war and when true soldiers and true warriors go to war. When they go to war, it is fight till death. No surrender, unless probably there's a retreat. So you can be able to get more men to fight again. So this General Ebohimi, he fought till death during the British punitive expedition. So even they had to shoot him while he was standing, and that's when they brought the corpse down back. So these were generals, or we call them warlords of Benin. Warlords of Benin. And many streets in Benin, like I said, the entrances and the exits. Okay. Yeah. Just after this one, we'll go there so we can be able to come back again. So the entrances and exits of Benin were defended at this point. So now just your brother, where is he?
He thought we were talking about Oyo, so that was why he came up. But since we were not talking about it, I guess that's why he left. Maybe he's still watching. I know you're trying to connect the army strength of the Benin and the Oyo people and all that. So
I hope
talk about it. Maybe
send the request when you can.
WhatsApp where? All right, let's continue, guys.
So now we have leaders of thought of Benin Empire. So we have warriors. We have also leaders of thought. So I could put it as leaders of Benin warriors, leaders of thought. So this one were leaders who probably they didn't go to so many wars, but they were able to change the system to make it. Benin wasn't built in a day. So over the years they improve on it. Even the Uzamani used to be 6 before they added the Daken to it to make it 7. That's the 7 Uzamas. So we'll also be going into the wars the Oyo also fought. Oyo being an empire in the late 18th, 19th century. So the wars they also fought. If our brother is here, he can also request, because after this we'll be talking about that. So now we have Oba Ewedu. He reigned around 1255 AD. Oba Ewedu. He reigned around 1255 AD and is credited to have built the first prison in Benin, because he was also a disciplinarian, but he wasn't like a warlord or a warrior king. He wasn't part of the 5 warrior king. Like I said, the 5 warrior kings we have in Benin: Oba Ewaye no Gidigan, Oba Zorani Baomi, Oba Esigie, Oba Orogboa, and Oba Ehengbuda. So he was a disciplinarian. Sorry. And during his reign, yes, what you said, during his reign, there were 5 Uzamas then. Used to be called a Dionysian. A Dionysian were the 5 elders of Benin Kingdom during the reign of Oba Ewedu. And there's a reason, there's something he said that actually corrupted the name to Uzama. It's a bit of a conflict though. And the heart of Benin City was the palace, or he made it the palace as at then during his time, also in that era of 1255 AD. So these were part of the pre-imperial kings, because the imperial kings we have are these other ones I mentioned, but Oba Ewedu were part of the pre-imperial kings of Benin, or pre-imperial Obas of Benin Empire. They will also have Oba Ugwola, who reigned around 1280 AD. Oba Ugwola, he also contributed to the building. That's why you see some people who attribute the entire building of the Great Benin Walls to him. So he contributed a great feat in building the Benin Walls. And when we talk about Benin Walls, you cannot talk about Benin Walls without talking about Benin Moat. Because like I said, the walls and the Iya is the moat. The moat you see in Benin today is not, there are some parts where the walls is still very much standing, but majority of what you now see around are the Iya. Those moats you see around Benin. So it's just the ground being a flat surface. Then these people, the Edo people who built the wall. Okay, I'm saying the Edo people who built the wall, they would dig the ground and fill it up. I don't know if you get a picture of what I'm painting. So those here, the moat you see, were as a result of the digging they did. So when they dig the ground, they erect the wall. So the wall was like almost beside the ear. That's why when you see the wall, just right beside it, you see the moat, because there's no place they could have gotten such sound from. A wall that was over 16,000 square, like 16,000. So there was no way they would have gotten the sound from. So they would dig it, even in the British Archive, even in the World Guinness Records, that it is the largest earthwork prior to the mechanical era. That's prior to the era where you have bulldozers, or the era where you have all those facilities where you used to mold block or to build houses. So the people, even Maya Angelou spoke about it. Those who know poetry very well should know Maya Angelou. So there are many things, but that wall is very, very significant. It's very, very important, or it's very, very, it's a big achievement in the sense that it is the largest earthwork, not in Africa, but in the entire earth, prior to the mechanical era. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, boldness. And majority of these things happened also during when the British invaded Benin. They destroyed everything. Yes, they destroyed majority of the walls, but they did not destroy all the walls completely. What happened was, people, because our Oba was obviously in Calabar for 17 years. And this is when you see a Benin person, you know how attached they are to their Oba. So I'm only trying to put myself in the shoes of people that were there when their Oba was deposed, and they had to live in that same city for 17 years before they got after the demise of the Oba. Then we got Oba Eweka the second. Like I said, after the first interregnum, we had Eweka the first. Then after the second interregnum, we had Eweka the second. So majority of those earthwork were used in building houses again, because the British burnt all our houses in Benin. They burnt everything to the ground. So as an Edo man, as an Edo woman, that you are standing tall. You're even in Europe today, or you even have a car, or you have a phone, should tell you what we survived and how you understand. To tell you what we've gone through, and we are triumphant from it. So we were not having houses because they burnt everything. The everything, they burnt it to the ground, even the palace. So it was from those walls of Benin, the remnant of it, that people started taking to build back their mud houses. I mean, what choice do they have? So it was the remnant that started. So and that's why when this issue of Okuku came up, Oba made the declaration or the proclamation. I was like, it is not even 2 months. Why are you fighting? So if Oba Ewa had come during the time of Oba Eweka II, with due respect to what he also achieved, I believe there would have been a proclamation to stop the people from using the Benin War to build houses. But by then, what would they have said also? They will still complain that the British came, burnt their houses, and now the Oba doesn't want them to rebuild their houses. You see the reason why they will tell you, don't do this. It may not, the importance or the benefit of it may not come in within a space of 2 years. But under 1 week, you are all crying for Kuku. So if the Oba had told them, don't cut from these walls, don't take the remnant of it, let's rebuild it. So it will be as though you are rebuilding a wall where there is no shelter. So that's why you see some walls in some places, but majority of them, but you still see the moat from which they dug those mud that they used to build the wall. And that same mud was what we used in building our houses, and there was no need for windows and doors then, because the houses, the city was too secured. One, it could be the people were too good, or secondly, it could be the military system of Benin. Mr. Jabo, can you mute? Sorry, sir. Secondly, it could be the military system of Benin, as at that time, will not tolerate theft or fornication or whatever crime you may want to think of. So people were allowed to leave their houses open. And when the British came, the first image they drew, you see the city wall round. I could call it spherical in shape. Then they had different boroughs in the city. In every house, you see the main quarter, which is for the father. You see another quarter inside, which is for the male sons. Mr. Jobon, can you mute? I don't know why I can't do that from here. Okay. You see another quarter, which is for the male children. You see another quarter for the wives and female children. Just 3. Yes, there's no hut for the female daughters. They stay with their mother, because I believe the father's quarters is where the mothers come when they need to do whatever they need to do. So they will have 3 of them every just like that, straight down, and the road was so broad. We had street lights that was powered with palm oil. At every junction, you see a street light. I mean, I said the Portuguese lived with us. We married them, they married us, they taught us their language, we taught them ours. We traded items. Oba Esige is the first person to send a written letter to Portugal, to King John II from Nigeria. The first written letter ever. These are not myths. The letter is still in Portugal. The first written letter was sent from Oba Esige to Portugal. They had an embassy, Benin embassy there. Then we in Benin also had embassy of Portugal. And Benin being a country, we lost our independence in 1897, between 1897 to 1899. And it's also one of the places where we didn't sign a treaty for them to take our land. So if we are able to go to the ICJ today and request for our land we have, using the map, the first map they used to talk about Benin country. So even Brazil has come to confirm that the first country in the world to recognize the independence of Brazil is Benin country. Benin. They came to the palace just last 2023 here, and they brought this Pele boots and golden boot and jersey for the Oba, and invited the Oba to come to Brazil, but he didn't go. He sent somebody, because Oba is not looking for a flight to attend events, to go to a flight to travel. That was the regard they had for him when they came to Benin. So the city was so organized. They said they called it Great Benin. The Great Benin you are seeing here, we didn't call it Great Benin. It was Benin. It was corrupted to Benin when they came, so they called us Benin. But when they saw the structure and the system in place, from the building to the kingship to the military system to the organization of the queens to the women, every quarters was so organized. They called it the Great City of Benin. Because they said it was at a time where every other areas were jungles, that it was a city in the midst of jungles. It's plain blank history, accessible to anyone and everyone. So during the Oba Ogwola era, he instructed that majority of other moats be built, because like I said, the wall is there, but inside the city we had different boroughs. That was around 1280 AD. Then another leader of thought, this is also a leader of thought, is a warrior king also, is Oba Ewai the First. It is a very, very, very significant era, because this Oba Ewai the First era is when we had the Iwu, I'm trying to get the pronunciation right, the Iwu marking for every Edolite. And there's a song I played earlier before starting, Eretio Sole Sole. You see the Iwu marking in the dress. Even before they say they made it compulsory now. But people already knew what to wear as men, that the other neighbor is not part of it. The Oba wears it, so there's no place or nobody that should make agenda out of it, that they are trying to separate the royalty from the people. No, the Oba is an Edo man. He has the Iwu. He wears the Iwu. So I'm seeing majority of our young Edo guys on Twitter who are also planning to even do the tattoo. So that's a very good one, because now you don't need to go through the stress of the painful part of doing the Iwu, because we had a surgeon too, or Siwu. Once you go there, they design it for you. So now you can just get the tattoo paints as the Iwu marking on your body. It's even more significant than many other things you draw these days. So Ewai was helped by our Emotan, I said before. Emotan wasn't the queen, she was a trader, a prominent trader. So it was helped during around 1440 AD, which was the beginning of the warrior kings. The warrior kings spans from 1440 to 1600. That's the Oba Buddha, which was the last warrior king. He is regarded as the most dynamic, innovative, the greatest and most successful monarch to have ever reigned in Benin. A lot of reforms happened during Oba Ewai Nogidegan, the first era. A lot of reforms. He introduced the royal bead and scarlet, Ododo, which is a royal color, and he also began the Ugiewe festival. Oba Ewai began the Ugiewe festival and introduced Prince Nosa the Great. This man knows sure, but like say, have I seen him before? I don't even know. Send a request though. He introduced the Ugiewe festival. We know the Ewe festival to ward off evil, which is always the ending of the Igwe festival. It's always the last day of the Igwe festival. And it was during this time that the Europeans came. Centric. I hope you have network today. How are you? Now they try for this history thing, they talking, being the host. If you are just the normal, this thing, as I'll put them now, you can easily jump off and jump on back. So he introduced the Ugiewe festival, which marks the end of the Igwe festival. Because it was even this year, I saw some people still debating, and I saw some pastors, with due respect to them, still saying Igwe is above. So we'll say Igwe above. In this Europe, they have to flog some people because it was. I was like, okay, when I look at that Europe, I was in a church in Nottingham when the man was saying it. I was like, they are discouraging our young people from celebrating one of the most popular festival we have as a people. And you are saying Igwe Ebo no. Which Ebo is that? Which Ebo is that? It's a Thanksgiving. It's a Thanksgiving, like you are ending the year successful, fruitful. More like I could say, okay, we'll get moment, if that's what the Christians will want it to be. But that's the Igwe festival, which ends with the Ewe festival. Then he also, in his reforms, the first about to come in contact with the Europeans, because he had entered